It is here, 10 minutes, yeah, almost 15 minutes after 4. Yes, I'm early. We have our grandkids coming around, so we have to be prepared. Oh, yes, I found a good quote for today, actually. I really like this one. Just do what you do best. Just do what you do best. And that was Red or Bar. And from Reverend Kelly Robbins, she says, being comfortable with discomfort. Being comfortable with discomfort. And first quote is from Rosa Parks. I'm sure you've all heard of Rosa Parks. She's the one who defied the authorities and sat on a bus reserved for whites only and started a great movement. She passed away just recently, I think, a couple of years ago. Anyway, what she said was, I have learned over the years that when one's mind is made up, this diminishes fear. Knowing what must be done does away with fear. And that was the late, great Rosa Parks. All the laws of nature conspire to benefit humanity, but these same laws automatically protect the integrity of nature. Don't do anything against nature because nature is going to fight back. And that was from This Thing Called You by Ernest Holmes. It's on page 25, at least in the version that Reverend Kelly read. And my device just decided to all of a sudden magnify everything, but too much. And this is what she has to say. We naturally want to avoid feeling fearful. However, like falling in love or grieving a loss, fear is part of being human and can't be avoided. Being afraid is uncomfortable, so we instinctively want to turn and run in the opposite direction. However, noticing our discomfort and its causes helps us to know ourselves more deeply. The most important thing to realize is that your discomfort is temporary. When children hurt themselves, they cry often, long and hard. Sometimes they're inconsolable. They continue crying because they are hurt. And they don't understand that the pain is temporary. As adults, when we hurt, we know from experience that the pain is temporary and that we will be okay. We may take a deep breath to calm ourselves, tend to our wounds, and then go on with our day. We each have a different threshold for being uncomfortable. The more we choose to lean into our discomfort, the higher our threshold and the more comfortable we become with being uncomfortable. Yeah, it sounds kind of counterintuitive, but it's true. When we experience fear, instead of turning away, we can use discomfort as a guide. Explore your reactions to learn why your internal alarm bells ring. Why are you afraid? Where are you experiencing separation from the divine? In what ways are you misinterpreting universal law? Discipline yourself to pause and learn. Train yourself to become more comfortable with discomfort rather than avoiding it. Discomfort is a learning opportunity. Facing it brings power and awareness instead of letting fear grow. Now, having said that, we don't want to be discomfortable. We don't want to be uncomfortable just for the sake of it. You know, yes, she's saying learn to be more comfortable with discomfort, but also learn that there are ways and means to get beyond it, which is also more important. One way is centering, meditation. Other ways are just like when you get upset about something, instead of reacting, count to 10 and then you'll respond instead of react. And the same thing with fear. And also, if you really need help, turn to someone who can give you help. Reaching out for help is not ducking the issue, at least not in my opinion. I take time to know myself. As I do, I know God is love and perfection in all of its forms, including in and as me. I think I take time to know myself. Pretty good. As I do, I know God is love and perfection in all its forms, including in and as me. So, that, my friends, is my offering for today. Tomorrow, Creative Life will have three things for you. 9:15 a.m., Reverend Lisa Ryan reading from our current, and I keep forgetting what she's reading right now. Our service will be Reverend Dr. Jesse Jennings. He will be giving the talk. And then on the last week of the month will be kind of a guest minister, Reverend Arthur Johnson, who is a former Baptist minister, but now he is a New Thought. And also, I'll be back tomorrow evening, hopefully around about 5 o'clock. So, and if not, I'll be back at some stage tomorrow in the evening. And I wish everyone a wonderful rest of the day. By the way, if you live in this area, and lots of parts of the country right now, it's hot. I mean, it is hot. You're talking, if you want Celsius, it's 40 degrees-ish Celsius, 39, 40 today. 100, 101, 102 degrees Fahrenheit with a field temperature of way in excess of that. So if you're out and about, be very careful, stay hydrated. And also, if you get the opportunity today, or maybe it's going to be tomorrow, just go up to someone and have a conversation with a polite conversation. I'm not really one that goes out and has conversations with people, but I'm decided to do it now. So I was in the grocery store. There was a lady there looking through the cheap aisle, which is where I was looking. And I just went up and said, hey, is there anything interesting in there? People like to be recognized. And if you just say, hey, I love your shoes, like that tie you're wearing, not much ties these days, but you know what I mean. Just find something to compliment about someone, or just strike up a very brief conversation. People love connection. So until next time, stay connected.